Welcome back. We are back live on the campus of LeMoyne-Owen College for 807 Day. We are asking all of our friends to give to this wonderful institution. And I am honored to be with Reverend Dr. Michael Moore. I'm going to interview him, and he's going to talk to us about why it's important to give to this wonderful institution. Dr. Moore, how are you today?
I am well. I'm so excited to be here on this special day supporting this wonderful institution.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we've been asking people to tell us a little bit about how they came to be a part of this wonderful institution. So will you please give us your LOC story?
Oh, my LOC story, I think, is unique because I came to Memphis, as a matter of fact, as the senior pastor of Metropolitan. And I was called to Metropolitan at the latter part of 2019. And I started my tenure on January 1st, 2020, which of course is 3 months before the pandemic just shut everything down. And so, of course, Metropolitan just has a historic relationship with LeMoyne-Owen College, with, of course, Dr. Samuel Augustus Owen being one of the persons who is responsible for the Owen in LeMoyne-Owen College. And so, with that rich history there, you can't avoid having a relationship with LeMoyne-Owen. And so, when the pandemic hit and just shut everything down, we worked together with the college at the time to see what ways we could support students, of course, because not only has the world been upended at that time, but students' lives were just completely turned upside down. And so supporting students with, of course, getting to graduation, praying for them and other things like that, and even seeing what we could do to host, different events that would support them in those ways, was how I was introduced to LeMoyne. And then later on in October of 2020, my shoulder was tapped to support the school in serving officially as the chaplain. And so throughout that time, we provided a plethora of virtual opportunities, virtual Bible studies, virtual chapel services, motivational minutes, and really provided not only that, but also counseling opportunities and spiritual support to students just who were trying to keep them uplifted and encouraged as they continued their education throughout the pandemic. And I think that says a lot about the vision of the school, wanting to make sure that the students are surrounded with a plethora of resources to make sure that that magic can still stay alive. And so it's been a pleasure to be connected to the school.
Awesome, awesome. And we thank you and
Thank you.
Metropolitan Baptist Church for your commitment to this institution and our young people. Um, so you've had the experience of having, supporting students during the pandemic and as the campus chaplain. Can you share with others out there why they should give to LeMoyne-Owen College?
I mean, I don't, I think that's a question that would take me all day. But Lemoyne-Owen is just a very special institution. Not only is it a historically black college, where I think we just HBCUs have a legacy of birthing the leaders of today and tomorrow. Not only is it that, but you really do have uh, really where Lemoyne is in a season of reimagination. And so when we're talking about reimagining LOC, we're really looking at not only reimagining the institution and how we can continue to make sure that our students, our community, our world can be impacted by the magic that's happening here at this place. But we're really thinking through how we can, create these leaders for tomorrow in such a special way that they're also understanding that they can reimagine the world that we live in. I mean, not only have we dealt with just in the past few years a pandemic, but we also dealt with racial unrest. We've dealt with all kinds of issues coming to the forefront. And this is really the breeding ground for students to think critically and to be able to go out into the world and make a difference. Our school is committed to really the holistic education of our students. And not just that, but we understand that we don't exist in a bubble. We understand that we exist in a community that needs our support. We understand that we are exist in a city that needs our support. And so making the difference. And Lemoyne is just not only committed to educating students, it's committed to making a difference in the world.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And thank you for sharing how this institution has been at the forefront of so many milestones in the community and issues that come up. And these students are challenged to think critically about how they deal with and address those things. So thank you for reminding us of that. Um, we appreciate it.
Well,
So Dr. Moore, you brought up the theme for this year's 807 Day Reimagine LOC. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but can you tell us what does that look like to you? What does Reimagine LOC look like to you?
reimagining LOC, it means a few things. I think, first of all, it means bringing more stakeholders to the table, right? Involving the voices of not just our leaders, but also of our students, of their families, right? Of the community. Right now, we have had to pivot in many ways, and I'm not just talking about Lemoyne, but all of our institutions, including the church, to think through how do we continue to give quality education? How do we continue to provide quality resources in difficult and challenging times? We know that the world is rapidly changing. And so when we talk about reimagining LOC, that means that we're a school that's open to making adjustments. And I think that's what I love so much about this place, that we don't think that we figured out the formula and that we want to keep it forever, but we're constantly adapting, we're constantly evolving to meet the needs of our students, our community, and all the people that we consider near and dear to our hearts. We have alumni who are, continuously blessed by what the school is doing and how it's making its mark in just not just here, but all across this nation. And I mean, when Lemoyne does well, everyone else also does well. And so when we talk about reimagining that, reimagining how we can bring everyone to the table, we've got to be at the table, not with a mind that says, you know, I want to work and I want to do what I can to make sure Lemoyne can be at its best. And while everybody may not be able to do everything, we can all contribute to the well-being of the school, which is why we're having this time. We're having this time to make sure that we can all do our part and invest in this collective day of giving, this collective time of investing into the school makes a statement that says we're standing with you, LeMoyne-Owen College, and we're here for that journey of blossoming into the school that we know that we're work to become. And so I just love it. I think that now is the time for us to do what we can to just invest deeply into the institution, because we've proven that we're committed to doing the work. We're committed to our students. We're committed in trying to pivot and adjust so that we can make sure that that magic is still taking place. So
Thank you, Dr. Moore. Dr. Moore has shared his reasons why he believes people should give to this institution. If you all don't remember anything he said, please remember this. When LeMoyne-Owen does well, everyone else does well. So support the college. There are several ways you can give today. You can text the word magic to 345-345. You can call 901-435-1539, or you can visit givetoLOC.com and give gifts in increments of 807. You can give $8.07, $80.70, $807. And if you give $807 or more, we would love to have you come to the campus, present that gift, and come on air and tell us why you decided to support support the college. Today is 807 Day. When LeMoyne-Owen does well, everyone does well. Thank you.
Decision when I came to LeMoyne-Owen College, when it felt like family. Most of these people I didn't know. I only knew 2 other girls, which were from Rockford with me, but everybody felt like family. I felt like I grew up in Memphis. I felt like it was family. So I'm like, yeah, this is right for me, because I'm a person that I feed off other people's energy. So coming here and realizing like, oh, these are all my cousins, it just felt right.
I originally started out at a PWI, and I did 1 year there. It just was not the fit for me. I ended up at LOC, and my main goal was to just do 4 years, get out, get my degree. But once I got on this campus, I didn't know school could feel like home, and LOC feels like home, and that's how I ended up here.
To support the magic happening on 807 Day, visit www.givetoLOC.com.